A man does not spend money on me. There is no point. I do not continue the relationship. There is absolutely no purpose that man serves in my life. And the standard is so easy to uphold because either men act right and start spending money on you and take you seriously, or you literally just go get another man.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at broke women just completely losing their minds. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Where the niggas at who paying bills? Cause I'm not doing this shit no more. Like I'm done. I'm so fucking done. Now I see why these women out here like living good. What a nigga paying their bills? Like where are they? Because I'm not doing this no more. Like the car insurance going up. I'm paying rent. I gotta buy food. I gotta take care of everything. I'm not doing this anymore. Now I see why people stay in relationships and they're miserable. At least the bills paid. I'm not doing this no more. We're the niggas who spend money, who pay all the bills. Where they at?
Those men are busy paying their own bills and their own rent. She is completely on her own here.
Winter has arrived for so many women, and this is why you see an uptick in dating content and women talking about how the dating pool has piss in it because they're in an economic bind. The economy is getting worse for so many women, and the bills still keep coming in, and they're just like, man, I need a man, I need some help. But you notice they're not saying I need a man for anything that a man would want, like in a woman, or in other words, for anything that a man would provide that he would enjoy.
They've resorted to saying the quiet part out loud and expect men to not notice their complaints.
They are desperate for men because they need economic help. But what's so funny is that what makes women think like this? What makes them think that all a man is doing is waiting to be the helper, waiting to be Captain Save-A, you know what I mean, Captain Save-A 304, or Captain Save-A-Woman. It doesn't have to be a 304. Why do you think men are just waiting around to come save a woman?
It's because they assume it's a man's job to empty his wallet for her simply because she exists. No thank you.
And how are you going to get in relationship with a man? That's going to determine if a man is going to be helping you or not, isn't it? So it seems to me that instead of women coming on here panhandling and complaining, why don't you make yourself a more desirable woman so that a man picks you and then he will help you?
That's the problem. These women are so unpleasant that they have nothing to offer a man at all.
I was watching this video of a guy saying how all his single male friends that are in their 30s and 40s who have been single for a while are all much more financially stable than when they were in relationships. And I believe that to be true. As a single male for quite some time, my financial security has basically gone away. Insecurity has gone away. I've basically tripled my net worth. Obviously, I've worked for some of that. But the reason is I don't spend money on things that don't matter.
Spending money on a modern woman is a complete waste of time nowadays. The expense just is not worth it.
For example, the women in my life, mainly family, still want to spend my money on stuff that doesn't matter. Like, oh, you need to decorate your house with fall pumpkins and all this stuff in your front yard, which costs hundreds of dollars. I don't need to do that. Now add those little things up over and over and over and over again. That's thousands of dollars a year that you're spending money on shit that dudes really don't give a shit about.
Most of the crap that modern women demand that we buy are things that are ultimately just a complete waste.
If he has money, a nice car, a nice house, a stable job where he makes over 6 figures and he's successful, why is this guy single? I mean, what could be so fundamentally wrong with this guy? There must be something wrong with this guy. Yeah, those are questions that I hear from women online all the time whenever they see a man who's successful, but he's single. And, you know, a lot of modern women don't even understand or realize how crazy of a question that is. But then again, I understand why they ask that question. And it's so...
Women who ask that question can't imagine living in a world where men choose to actually be single and don't want to deal with them.
They can't fathom it. It's because Most modern women live life on easy mode, and they don't really have a proclivity or any, burden of performance to create anything. They could just get taken care of by a man. So they don't understand how hard it is for a guy to actually get to that level of success. But to answer the question, right, simply and concisely, there's nothing wrong with those men, right? There's nothing wrong with a man. There's nothing wrong with that man. He's just he's just choosing to be single. You see, there's this magical thing that happens whenever a guy becomes successful. And that is that now he has options. Now he can do whatever the hell he wants.
They want a rich man to continue living on easy mode, which is just their desire to be lazy.
How do you make money as an investor? The people who don't know think the way you do it is by buying good assets, a good building, stock in a good company, or something like that. That is not the secret for success. The secret for success in investing is buying things for less than they're worth. Because what determines the success of an investor is not what he buys, but what he pays for it. And if you buy a high quality asset, but you overpay for it, you're in big trouble. You can buy a very low quality asset, but if you pay less than it's worth, chances are you're going to make money.
Learning how to properly invest your money is one of the smartest things that a man can actually do.
You have to learn to say no to women. Men, when you're 18 years old, there's not a lot of beautiful women that are hitting you up like, hey, can I come over tonight? Hey, can we watch a movie tonight? It's not something that men experience, where women are programmed and more geared towards dealing with it at a very early age. Women are okay with saying, no, I gotta sleep early. Men, they're like, yo, she wants to hit me up. They'll put their entire schedule aside, because I think a lot of guys when they're young, they think that their purpose is dealing with women. And that can sometimes stay there even when you become very successful.
A lot of men had to learn how to say no the hard way, but learning that is rather liberating in the end.
The working world is not made for mothers with small villages. Like, I am trying so hard to find a job. I just came from my 3rd job interview. And the job I applied for was 8 to 4, which was already going to cut it close. My kids' school won't even let me drop them off till 7:50, so I was going to be racing it. And they were going to have to do an after-school program, which the after-school program I figured, because it's hard to find a job that will let you off before 4 or even 5 o'clock.
A lot of these women think that a 9 to 5 is all fun and games until they are actually expected to work.
So I knew the afternoon part, but at least make the jobs at like 8:30 so we can get our children to school and get them to sitters. Like, you want stay-at-home moms to work and blah, 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 but you don't give us the opportunity to do that. Like, I do not have a big village where I can expect people to get my kids to school and get them from school. I am trying, but this is freaking frustrating. This is so frustrating. Like,
employers couldn't care less about her children. The kids are her responsibility, not theirs.
Why can't it be easier to find a job to make an income for your family but still be able to be a parent? Like, I just don't understand why work times aren't like 8:30 to 4 is fine, or 4:30 or 5. Like, I'll figure out the afternoons, but at least make it more able for me to at least get my children to school and my toddler to a sitter. Like, what do people expect you to do? I'm crashing out. This is so frustrating.
Working fathers struggle with this all the time, but unlike these women, they are actually able to figure it out.
I say all women are gold diggers. Some are just better at hiding the shovel. You've done it a couple of times here by masking it under ambition and time. Yeah. But in general, every girl has a shovel. Some just hide it, and they say, oh no, I want ambition and education. Some say, no, fuck that shit, I need you to make $1 million a year, and they have it overtly. But the point is this: women always care about your ability to create a future, make money, and have status. But women sit here and try to lie and say it's about time or personality and how they feel. There's a bunch of nice homeless guys down the street right now.
Women naturally want a provider and a protector, but modern women take this to the absolute extreme.
Can we talk about how men don't offer to buy girls drinks at the bar anymore? I've been single for 6 years, and I can count on one hand how many times a guy has offered to buy me a drink. But it's not just that, it's guys coming up and approaching girls in general is so scarce these days. I'm like, we as women have almost made it where we're like, leave us alone, so much to the point that they really are.
Modern women told men to leave them alone. Were they expecting men to just keep approaching after they told men to leave them alone? It literally doesn't even make any sense.
Love, why would they? What benefit does a man get by buying you a drink or approaching you? Nothing, right? Because unless you are interested in that man, he won't receive anything in return. Relationships between men and women, especially between men and women, are about give and take. Whatever I'm willing to pour in, you need to return the same effort.
Modern women refuse to understand that. They want all of the benefits, but none of the actual effort at all.
And it doesn't have to be in the same way. If a man is buying you drinks and, let's say, wining and dining you, giving you a good time, right? A nice experience, talking to you sweetly, building your confidence, giving you compliments, he's gonna want to clap cheeks. At the bare minimum, he should be getting some ass. And if he's not, that's a waste of time, which is crazy that a lot of women come online as if they're entitled to special treatment just for being a woman. That's outlandish. You have to earn that treatment. And if you're not willing to, don't expect men to treat you as a girlfriend if you're not treating him as a boyfriend.
You know, modern women did make it very damn clear. They want everything for nothing, and men, I think, are just kind of done with that crap at the end of the day.
Here we go. You got all the time in the world to tell me one thing that women are better than men at.
Parenting.
I told you single fathers do better than single mothers. There's evidence that shows this. Single fathers, the kids end up doing less crime, less drugs, less degenerate. So what's another one?
Cooking.
The top chefs are all men. They're not women. So give me another example of how women are better than men. Go ahead.
The best part is men can do all of those things and not go online to complain about actually doing it.
A man who can wash, cook, and clean and know how to budget his money cannot be manipulated by a woman. Independence removes leverage. Competence creates confidence. And a man who can take care of himself choose a woman he doesn't have to depend on. Be this man.
Men have been cooking and cleaning for centuries. We don't need a woman for that.
A man does not spend money on me. There is no point. I do not continue the relationship. There is absolutely no purpose that man serves in my life. And the standard is so easy to uphold because either men act right and start spending money on you and take you seriously, or you literally just go get another man. There are so many men. Like, I don't think men understand, like, the options are freaking endless. If you don't act right, Jim, Tim, and Billy Bob Joe will.
She's more than welcome to try and find another man, but odds are she will not be able to find one.
I need your help on this one. So how are we in our 50s looking for work? I need to better understand what's happening to the market. I'm applying, I'm not interviewing, I'm not getting phone calls. I was terminated back in July. I've applied to at least 300 jobs, and I think I've done one interview. So what are we doing in our 50s to find work?
Now that the DEI gravy train is over, these women are in for a rude awakening in the job market, I think.
You're only gonna get rich if you talk to rich people about money. You need to be surrounded by rich people. You need to have rich friends. You need to be having money conversations. You need to be sitting down, dedicating 2 hours of your life, getting a coffee, sitting there and talking about money. What money is, where it comes from, how to make it, what country to send it to, how to avoid the tax, how to boom, 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 money, money, money. And it needs to be what you talk about until you sit there and go, oh, okay, let me try this, boom, I start to make a little bit of money.
The best advantage a man can get is getting educated when it comes to finances, I think.
I always tell guys, protect your meat. It's money, energy, attention, and time. That's the most important thing for women. If you give up your money easily, she's going to use you until you run out of money.
I can measure the money looking at my statement.
Your energy is everything. Women don't give men energy, they deplete it. So we are the source of energy for them.
Most men do not get energy back from women. Case in point, have you ever had a conversation with a woman? What is the majority of the conversation? It is normally her telling you something.
The only subject that many modern women know how to talk about is themselves. It's actually rather damn boring.
Attention is what they thrive on. That is her currency.
I can measure the attention by monitoring how much screen time I pay to you.
And time is everything for you. If you give your time away, if you do that over and over again, you don't have time.
The time that you spend with her going to her family event, you can measure the time. Ladies, what do I get back from you? You get me. Before she was with you, she's tried this transactional relationship dozens and dozens of times and came up Owen, as I call it, Owen 50.
It's crazy how many modern women think that the key to a relationship is to be a complete parasite. I think men are just done with that.
A stingy boyfriend have a higher chance of making it in the future than a generous boyfriend. Sir, take care of your finances.
Men know the meaning of the word sacrifice. To a modern woman, however, sacrifice is a mortal sin. Sacrificing their comforts is something that is so offensive it fills them with complete rage, if you haven't noticed.
You work your real job, you get your side hustle, you work that side hustle until it makes as much money, if not more than your side hustle, as your real job, then you can make the conscious decision to tell your boss, fuck off, I'm gonna go ahead and become an entrepreneur. But that's gonna take time and a lot of effort, and you're gonna have to make sacrifices. Fuck the bitches, fuck the vacations, fuck the banding bullshit. You really have to sacrifice if you want to do this shit. This is a dark side that no one's gonna fucking tell you.
There are countless ways to make money out there. Men need to utilize everything they can. It is not easy, but with the right knowledge, it's totally worth it.
Guys, buy assets and not liabilities. Why do you guys think we push you guys so hard with cryptocurrency, real estate. etc.? And then the key is, once you make that money, you need to start investing it, not in fucking clothes, not in sneakers, not in fuck shit. You need to invest in things that are going to help you make more money. Okay?
It is never too late to learn new opportunities. The financial benefits are ripe for the taking. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.